have another in-studio guest with us here today. We have visited with him a couple of times in the past, and we are excited to bring back Jeremy Kuhlman. How are you doing today, Jeremy?
I am doing well. I appreciate this. This is my third year, so I'm excited to be back.
Yeah, we're excited to have you back.
Yeah.
So for any listeners, we always love to assume that we've got new listeners, new people. Tell them who you are, what you do.
Well, my name is Jeremy Kuhlman. I work for the Knights of Columbus, and we are a fraternal organization that protect families in the event of death and also retirement and things like that. So we work a lot with our members of the Knights of Columbus.
And what sort of things are available through the Knights that perhaps people might be interested in looking into?
Yeah, we have a number of products. We have permanent life insurance, which is a good product that we have. It builds up cash value, tax free, and we have annuities, disability income for our members. We have a second to die policy, and so what this is called an SUL, and it has a very good internal rate of return. So it means like you're putting money in and it wouldn't pay out. So like, let's say for instance, you and Jeff were married and today you probably are, right? Sort of.
Oh yeah, not to each other.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But like,
I'm sure our spouses would be glad to offload us,
yes,
for a few days. But
say you guys are married and the second to die means that the death benefit would pay out after you both would pass away, mm-hmm. But the internal rate of return on that is really good. So somebody like my age can get a $600,000 SUL for like $2,400 a year or something like that. So it's a very good product. We use that for we use it a lot for businesses, and we use it a lot for like passing down farms, mm-hmm. because how that can be passing down land and acreage and things like that. We have long-term care, and then we also have mutual funds now. So we're really looking to be the go-to place for Catholic families in their finances, mm-hmm. with their finances. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And tell us a little bit about your story, because you've relatively new to this position, correct?
Yeah, I was a high school principal for 12 years. I was a principal at Hicksville over in Defiance County, and then Ayersville. And it just got to be too much for my family, and so we decided to take a different route, and we knew I really love personal finance, so that was something that I was really enjoyed. And I got hired by Edward Jones, but then somebody came to my in-laws while we were living there, while we were renovating our house, and he said they need somebody in the area, and I jumped in, and I've been doing it for about, I don't even know, about close to 2 years already. Mm-hmm. And I've been blessed to move up the ranks a little bit, and I got a group of about a couple guys under me. So that's been interesting too. So if any of the viewers, any of the listeners and viewers, have a sibling, brother, uncle, grandson, son that is looking for a good career and able to work in their Catholic faith, please let us know. We can sit down and have a supper and kind of go through it. But we need a few more people in the listening area for sure.
Yeah. Well, and we're glad to be able to get that message out there to the listeners and the viewers who might be watching us on Facebook Live or on our website or YouTube, I think are all the locations that we are streaming. We're speaking with Jeremy Kuhlman of the Knights of Columbus here on Holy Family Radio during your Spring Spirit Drive, actually your annual Spring Spirit Drive, 888-287-0655. That's 888-287-0655. 0655. The phones have been kind of quiet here today.
Yeah, we did get a new donation though that came in. So
can you tell us about it?
I can. It's a $100 donation that gets doubled. Okay, with our matching fund, that leaves $100 left to complete out to fulfill that matching fund. So call now 888-287-0655.
Tell us. If you don't mind, Jeremy, any new things coming up in the space that you work on that we should tell our listeners about, or any new projects underway? We're
always really trying to reach all the Catholic families. So how the night started, and some of you listeners probably know, but Father Michael J. McGivney started it in New Haven, Connecticut, and I was actually just there a couple weeks ago for a training, which was really nice to see. I got to see the parish, and they have a nice memorial museum for him, and it's amazing. And what he did for Catholic families in the New Haven area is just making sure they're protected, so that their wives and their kids are able to sustain what they're doing. And we, I know you guys have seen this in the paper, but there are so many young individuals passing away lately, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And my wife came in just a few days ago and was talking about one of the guys that just passed away. And it's just it's heartbreaking. He's got, I think, 3 or 4 kids, and and the first thing I think of is I hope that they're protected financially, so that they have to mourn the loss of their father, but to have to figure out where they're going to be getting their next mortgage payment and things like that. That's something that I like to help with.
Yeah.
And I was always kind of, I want to say more passive, but not being very pushy and not knocking on doors and making sure. But, the way that Father McGivney, he knocked on doors and made sure that people were protected. So I just met with a young couple. They got 3 kids just Tuesday night, and they're not going with the Knights, but they have something in line that if one of them passes away, they're going to be good. And that's basically the whole mission for us, is to make sure that, our member Knights are taken care of with our products, or they're just taken care of with somebody else's products, so that if something does happen to them, they can mourn the death and not have to worry about, where their next meal is going to come, per se.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the products that you offer are top notch in terms of their stability and their profitability, right?
Yeah, we are currently right now tied for 3rd in the country amongst any other insurance company in the ratings, and it speaks volumes when we can sit down and look at people's products and see what they have, and then we can usually beat them. Mm-hmm. So it's actually it's really good. And a lot of the money that you would give to the Knights for your coverage of your insurance product not only goes back to you if you have a certain product and dividends and interest, but it goes to other Catholic organizations to help really the mission of bringing souls to Christ, basically. So one of the things that is very interesting is they say that the Knights of Columbus bring in about $60 million of dues for all the member Knights in the world, but we donate $120 million to Catholic organization. So that right there is saying we can't do it just for you being a member. It's you being an insurance member. And again, some of the money that you're giving to, is a donation to help build, the kingdom of God.
Right. Yeah. And the amount of service that's provided by the members of the Knights of Columbus through not only your products, but also through the different organizations is incredible.
It is amazing. And I think the longer that I become a field agent, an assistant general agent with the Knights of Columbus, I learn more. Mm-hmm. And so you see more, you read more, and the amount of stuff that we do internationally is amazing. Like with the Russia-Ukraine war going on right now, there's over, the last I heard, it was $12 million donated to Ukraine refugees going into Poland. Mm-hmm. So the Knights of Columbus have a bunch of tables and tents and things like that, and then when they get to Poland, they're providing meals and food and things like that for them, and probably shelter. But that's the stuff that, if I worked for just your regular Joe Schmo insurance company, they don't do that. No. So it's more of a mission than it is like a mission or calling than it is more of a job per se.
When you speak of Ukraine, it makes me wonder if there's people out there that want to be able to donate to that cause. Essentially, maybe they're not members, or whatever their circumstances are. Do the Knights accept?
Yeah, if you go to our website kfc.org, I think there's a link on there that you can donate to, and that's been pretty neat. pretty
Yeah.
neat to see.
That is
Pretty neat to
wonderful.
see. And that's where you guys are raising money for this awesome venture that you guys have had for a number of years, and it's so good.
Mhm.
It's so good.
Yeah. I always look for a reliable source to donate to. You know, you'll see lots of things pop up in crises situations like
Right.
Ukraine or whatnot, you know, helpukraine.com. Or, you know, I'm just making that up. I
Right.
don't even know. Okay, so nobody get upset with me. But I'm always a little cautious. You know, where's the money really going? What are they really doing? You know, everybody's good at making it sound good. But I had heard that the Knights were really involved in Ukraine, and so that's a great example of a way that you can trust that your money is being used in a good way.
Right.
And we hope that you trust that we use your money in a good way. I mean, I'm not an official part of this station. Deacon Jeff asked me to come out once a year for a couple of days to help him out so his voice doesn't completely die over 3 days. And, you know, I can tell you that I know that this station and this board work very hard to be very judicious and prudential with the funds. You've heard us talk about it for years, but this is a very humble studio out here, no running water. Finally going to get to enjoy a little something different along those lines very soon. But gosh, 12 years. 12 years.
12 years is a long time.
Is a long time of not having running water and being in a trailer and nearly getting blown out of here during the derecho.
Right.
You know, Deacon Jeff was out here when that happened.
Yeah, that's a fun story.
Yeah. So anyway, I digress, but my point is that the station uses your money, donors, very, very judiciously.
Right.
So we would ask that you would prayerfully consider, are you able to donate for the first time? In fact,
Right.
if you're a first-time monthly donor, you don't just give a one-time gift, which we appreciate. We very much appreciate. But if you choose to do it monthly, you'd actually be eligible for a gift certificate that we have from the Mustard Seed.
Right.
So that's an opportunity for you to help the station and get a gift certificate to a great Catholic gift shop as
Right.
well.
Yep.
But we'll take it in any form. Credit card, check, automatic withdrawal from checking account, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We are very happy to take it. We gratefully take it, and we hope that you agree with us that it is used in a very judicial manner to further the mission of bringing souls to Christ in His church.
Yep. And I can tell you that the board does not take some of these decisions lightly in the respect that when the opportunity came to apply for new radio stations, you know, the question was brought forth, okay, how much is it going to cost to build these new stations? So we got some estimates. It's anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000 to put up 2 new stations. $50,000 to $80,000, and we're like, do you think we can get that? You know, because the worst thing that can happen, you know, apostolates or ministries like this die when there isn't any more funding, when no one considers it worth giving to anymore. And so we thought about it, and we said, yeah, we think we can do it. We think that we can convince and reach more people to be able to keep this going and sustaining. So we've decided to step out in faith that is indeed what will happen. And, you know, judging by how much we've done today and yesterday, we've got a long, long way to go. Okay. So don't just assume that someone else is going to step up and offer, you know, their money for, you know, this cause or this effort. It needs to be everybody. It's a collective effort to make it happen in all sorts of different communities within our listening area. We could reach up to 400,000 people with those new stations, but it can only happen through your support and donations. So give us a call now at 888-287-0655. It's 888-287-0655 or at holyfamilyradio.fm. So you've been doing this for a couple of years now. You're happy. Things are growing.
Things are growing. It's amazing the amount of good Catholic people we have in this area. It's amazing in what they want to do with their money and where they want it to go. And you know, one of the reasons why I enjoy this job a lot is my goal, and I'm still working towards that always, is to get to the point where I'm talking to older folks about how they want to, you know, break up their estate, whether it's, you know, donating it or giving it to their kids or passing it on to their grandkids. But, you know, one of the things that I think down the road will be really nice is how much how much money we can give back to Catholic organizations with life insurance. And so if you're looking at donating money to an organization or a church and it's a large sum, let me come in and just run some numbers and see if we can donate even more, and give that donation later on after you'd pass away. But there's definitely a lot of tools out there. And one of the things you're talking about is being financially, I don't want to say frugal, but using your money in an appropriate way here at the radio station. But that's what every household should be doing too. So in building enough money for retirement, and then when you get to that point where you have all the money you need in retirement, looking at how you're going to pass down your estate. And that's probably the favorite, the group of people like to work with the most are the ones that are like 65 to 80, when they have the retirement plan set, and then they have basically some extra money to play with to either pass down to kids or grandkids or to Catholic churches or Catholic organizations in general. So it's definitely fun.
That's fantastic. Give us a call at 888-287-0655. 888-287-0655. Pledge your support to help your Catholic radio station, Holy Family Radio, continue in its work in bringing quality Catholic radio programming to you and reaching souls for Christ. We're talking with Jeremy Kuhlman from the Knights of Columbus. So you're new in this, newish, it's not your first year, but relatively new in this job. What has surprised you most about taking this position with the Knights of Columbus?
One of the things that, when I was high school principal in Defiance County, I got to know so many people. And so then when I come working in this position and you go to somebody's house that you're like, you don't know if you really know them, but you walk in and it's like, you immediately have a connection with them somehow. And so that's been pretty neat. One of the stories, and I don't know how long I have, but one of the stories I have, and, there's fairly, I can count on one finger, which is one time that I cried in an actual meeting. And, I was meeting with a guy in Glandorf, and it was unbelievable. He was the guy, my aunt passed away years and years ago when she was in high school. She's the one, she died when she was high school, when she was out at track, I think it was. And he was working for my grandpa, who was owned a trucking company, and my grandpa was in Chicago, and he was the one that had to drive from Ottawa to Chicago to let my grandpa know that my aunt passed away. And that was, probably, I want to say 50 years ago. And
before
it's
you
like,
pick up
holy
a phone
smokes,
easily, yeah.
I never knew this guy. Next thing you know, I'm in there for 2 hours, and we're just talking about family and stories, and he knew all my. That I don't want to say that's something that I learned, but that's been really, really nice. Is going into good families' houses and helping them potentially if they have a problem with finances somehow, and then trying to help fix it if we can.
I think it's almost been a theme here today that such great families in this area, how blessed we all are to be in an area of the state and the country where there's so many great people all around us, great people, great families, great Catholic organizations. So that's great that's been your experience, that you've kind of had that fabric of people that you've known, or the people that touched your life before you even knew that they touched your life.
Yes.
You kind of come full circle back around to you.
Yes.
So what does it take for someone who's interested in talking to the Knights about some of your products?
The first thing would be, to join the Knights of Columbus. So if you go to kfc.org/join, you can join. You can get a year's membership for free if you put my little promo code, which is J Kuhlman, JKUHLMAN, and then we'll come out and talk. A lot of times we ask financial questions, and I'm the type of person that if there's something we can help you with, great. If not, and things are all put together the way they should be, I shake your hands and say that I'm proud of you for the way that you put yourself together, and walk out and down the road if they need something, then we come back to their house. But my phone number is 419-615-0963. Give me a call if you ever just want to sit down and talk. I mean, that's that's pretty much the story of my life, is just talking, which isn't a bad thing. I like it.
Right.
My wife always says I stay at meetings a little bit too long because I just continue to ramble, not ramble, but get to know the people in this area.
Right.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize, I don't know, maybe other people do, maybe I'm the only one, how many great organizations there are out there, Catholic organizations in this instance, that have a wealth of resources to provide and to aid you in so many ways.
And that's done in a Catholic manner. I mean, we have priests that are on our boards and on our committees that, if we're investing in something that's not aligned with the Catholic faith, they tell us it's not aligned to the morals and Catholic teachings. So, the money that you are putting into a life insurance plan or another insurance plan that we have is going towards the teachings of the Catholic faith.
Yeah.
And that's impactful. It's impactful. I remember Father Matt at St. Peter and Paul a long time ago, and this was when I was a high school principal. I was sitting in the pew, and he was talking about, your finances need to be aligned with your teachings. So it's like, if you're investing in companies that are donating a lot of money to Planned Parenthood and things that we disagree with, you need to rethink that. And I remember that homily very well, but I didn't do anything right away. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything right away because it's like I'm making money, I'm getting my gains and stuff, but it's just good. It's just good, and hopefully, when you go, when you meet Jesus and God at the pearly gates, and they knew you invested in morally Catholic ideologies of finances, that might get you a little faster. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
We won't ask Deacon Jeff to
I'm
comment on that. No, we know you're kidding. But no, it's a very real thing that you have to be cautious about where your money's going to. And I'm not certainly going to name any names, but I, maybe 5 years ago learned that an organization that I supported, not through donations, but just through purchases, was very tightly aligned with Planned Parenthood. And that was the end of that.
Yeah.
That was just the end of that.
It's hard because there's so many that are.
Yeah, there are. There are so many that are. The Knights provide a great avenue for folks who want to be sure that their money is not going to organizations and to causes that are inconsistent with our faith. So that's a great thing. We're speaking with Jeremy Kuhlman here of the Knights of Columbus. This is Holy Family Radio's annual Spring Spirit Drive. Give us a call at 888-287-0655. You can donate on our website, holyfamilyradio.fm, as well as on our brand new app that we were talking about last time we were visiting with you, and is now a reality. It was an aspiration last time, and now it is a reality. So check out the Holy Family Radio app, and you can donate on that. You can listen to us on that. I did quite a bit yesterday when I was tied up with sick kids. I listened through the app, and I watched us on not YouTube, but Facebook. I watched on Facebook Live. So those are all things that you can utilize to get connected with us and to see what's going on here. But in terms of donation, your donation options are online at holyfamilyradio.fm. The app that we just talked about, Holy Family Radio app, and as always, giving us a call, 888-287-0655. We love hearing from you. We really, really do. No matter how you donate, I mean, are there avenues on the online mechanisms in the app where you could add a note or something?
Yes, there is. Yep, there's a field there to add a note, and it only comes to us, in terms of be able to read it and do something about that. But yeah, we do get some comments that way.
Yeah.
And so I encourage you to offer your opinion or thoughts or testimonial or what have you via that way. It's a way for us to interact a little bit and to be able to kind of understand what it is that you like and what you don't like and what we should keep on doing and maybe stop. So.
Yeah, all of that. It's really critical because radio tends to be a one-way medium of conversation. We're just putting out a signal. And so Deacon Jeff, as the manager here, doesn't necessarily know If you love a program, don't really enjoy a program, don't get much value out of it, if there's something you heard while you were traveling in another part of the country or world that you heard and you'd really like to see us get, please either tell us that when you call or enter it in the comments. It's very, very valuable in making sure that this station provides relevant content to you,
Right.
as our listeners. So give us a call, 888-287-0655. We are still looking for a new monthly recurring donor.
Right.
And all that means is you can decide prayerfully consider what your best gift is from you or your family. And if you divide that then over 12 months and let it be a monthly donation rather than a one-time, which we're also very happy to receive, very, very happy to receive. But the monthly donations are a little bit encouraged because they give us predictability with the budget, and the board knows what and how it has, so that it can best plan and not overextend itself or even underextend itself. Is that even a word, underextend?
You can choose not to do anything,
Yeah.
and not spend any of it.
Right, because it isn't the right time or we don't have enough because
Exactly.
this board is very conservative with its spending.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very careful. So your money is not being thrown at the wall. It is not being used in wasteful ways. So give us a call, won't you, and join with us in the ministry. Join with your Catholic radio station by calling 888-287-0655.
I'd also recommend that you let us know if you're watching us via video stream as well. Comment on that. Let us know what you think. This is brand new to us and to me to be able to kind of control the cameras and to be looking in the right places and that sort of thing. It's a little bit of a challenge, but I've heard so many good comments already from folks that really enjoy the ability to not only listen to us, but to see us and to give a new means to be able to make that happen and be a part of it in a sense. So feel free to share and comment on those. And I know a little bit ago the Facebook feed live dropped. I think there might be an 8-hour limit or something like that. So
That did happen yesterday.
it did
so
happen
there probably
yesterday.
is,
Yep.
yeah.
So I had to cut off both streams there momentarily, but they're both back up, and it's this new software that we got is just amazing stuff, and it's very powerful. I've only learned about this much of it, and when the time comes, in fact, I'll let you know that it's got the capability to pay attention to what mic is being talked into and automatically change the camera.
Which would be a huge help to you.
It would be a huge help to me. Absolutely. But we had equipment problems in here. This board that's right next to me was not here on Tuesday. It came in late Tuesday night. And so praise God, it was there and it's here. It makes things a little bit easier for me. But in any event, let us know if you're watching.
Yeah.
Comment, share it, and so that more people can see it and more people can choose to donate and support this radio station. 888-287-0655.
And bear with us as we and Deacon Jeff in particular learns how to navigate these things. As he said, we are aware that we've left our video on at times after we've gone to break, and so boy, then you really see behind the scenes, listeners. Let me tell you, and I think our microphones a little bit too here and there. So we're not professionals. We never have claimed to be. We're doing our best and trusting God with the rest. But won't you do the same? Won't you do your best in helping to support this station? 888-287-0655. It's your Holy Family Radio annual Spring Spirit Drive. Give us a call and join with us in supporting your Catholic radio station in the Northwest Ohio region. We are speaking with Jeremy Kuhlman of the Knights of Columbus, who is joining us here now for the third year of doing this.
Yeah, I think the first time you had just become an agent. Is that right? I'm trying to think that.
That's what I recall.
Yeah.
Didn't you come in?
Did you come in September a couple years ago? So did you guys have it?
We had a fall spirit drive.
We had a fall spirit drive.
That was in fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the fall.
Yep.
Did you
So
come?
it was probably I didn't even know anything probably.
Did you come with your predecessor, or am I misremembering? No, you came by yourself.
Nope,
Okay.
came by myself.
All right. Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, we definitely enjoy speaking with you every year and giving you a chance to explain what the Knights of Columbus can do for families, because, that's a huge part of our mission is to get out information to the listeners and the watchers, viewers in this case, to know what's out there, to help things to help nourish their faith, things to help their family in this instance. so many things that we're very happy to bring to you through Catholic Radio. So we really appreciate you coming out, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Is there anything that we have failed?
I've got a question.
You've got a question.
I've got a
Sorry.
question before you get to any of that, and that is, we've got our listening area set now, and we're looking to expand in those two areas. Do you cover all of that area, or are there some other agents that?
Yeah. So right now we have 2 agents. Well, we might only have one in the listening area. His name's Michael Lay. He just came on a couple months ago. He is servicing Van Wert, Paulding, Lima, and Payne councils. And right now it's kind of just me. And so, we're looking for some people in south of us and north of us. So again, it's a good position for a family man to be able to mark out things that he has going on with his family, and then meeting with clients and working. So, one of the things that I really want to say is, if you're listening or you're watching out there, and if you're a grandma or grandpa, or if you're a mom or dad, and you have, somebody that just got married, or you have a son that has a couple kids, or whoever, I know, and not all of us living are Germans, but in our German heritage, we really do not like to talk about finances. But have that conversation with a son or daughter or grandkid, and just make sure that they are covered and have planned just in case something does happen, because you just never know when that time's going to come, and you want to make sure that your family is set up so they don't have to move out of the house, or whatever it may be. Sure. But that's So as of now, I'm covering Findlay and Ottawa and Calida and who else? Ottaville and Columbus Grove, and but we're definitely looking for more individuals to help out. So
Fantastic.
I bet you spend a lot of time in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and the gas prices aren't helping either, are they?
No, not right now. That's right.
Okay.
Well, hopefully Catholic Radio can keep you company during some of that drive time.
Yes.
But we can only make that available with the support of listeners and underwriters. So give us a call at 888-287-0655, or go online to holyfamilyradio.fm, or to the brand new app, Holy Family Radio app, available on the Google Play Store as well as the Apple App Store.
Yes.
So, anything else you would like to share with us?
I just want to thank you guys for inviting me and doing what you guys do. The impact that you guys have had, and going to have, not only in the area that you service now, but in the larger scope of things. What I think listeners learn on Holy Family Radio is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So keep up the good work.
Well, you too.
We
Thank
intend,
you.
yeah. Absolutely.